Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's good old boys gone fishing again. Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's good old boys gone fishing again.
Fishing with the Good Old Boys is brought to you by Tempe Marine and by Lou Grubb and the Lou Grubb family of fine cars. Also by B&M Traders. Fishing with the Good Old Boys is also brought to you by Earnhardt RV and by Great Guns and by Canyon Ribbon and Supply.
Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's good old boys come fishing again. Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's good old boys come fishing again. It's good old boys come fishing again.
Hi folks, I'm one of the good old boys, John Shaw, and this is Ron Massey from B&M Traders in Mesa. We're going to have a good time. We're at Horseshoe Cienga Lake in the beautiful White Mountains, Apache Reservation, and we're going to do some great trout fishing today, right partner?
You bet. We're going to go out and get some of those big browns, I hope.
How big were they? Either way, we're going to be right back, folks. You stay put. We have a great show for you.
Yeah, we used to go over and fish the West Fork of Black River. We used to spend a week there every summer, you know. And I remember I was about 10 or 11 years old when the first car ever came in there while we were there. And we really got upset. There was somebody else on our creek.
That came in there, huh?
Yeah.
Sure a beautiful day here.
Yeah, it's really warm.
Horseshoe Cienga Lake here, folks.
Horseshoe Cienga.
Been coming up here quite often, eh, Ron? Over the
Yeah,
years?
I've been coming here all my life.
Lifetime fisherman. And folks, we do mean lifetime.
Lifetime.
Since Ron was 3, he was telling me before.
Yeah, I caught my first trout in West Fork of Black River, I think when I was 3 or 4 years old. For years, we'd go in there and camp there for a whole week and would never see another car. And finally, one year, there was another car drove in one day and really upset the whole family.
Broke your heart, huh?
Yeah.
You thought that was your part of the world, exclusively.
Right.
Huh?
Exclusively ours.
I just had a little bump there.
The one that gets them, John.
The black woolly worm strikes again. All right.
First cast, did barely move it, and there he was.
All right. Get out of your way here a little bit. Nice little guy.
A little rain. Whoops, there he went.
There he goes, too.
Oh, we'll snag one of those big browns here in a minute.
That was the secret weapon. What was that again, Ron?
The black woolly, it's a black woolly worm.
The black woolly worm,
Yeah.
okay.
Nobody knows what a woolly worm looks like,
right.
but trout love them.
Yeah. Wind's starting to kick up a bit.
Yeah, in the spring it can really blow up here in the White Mountains. Ooh, this must be a pretty good fly.
Here he comes, here he comes.
Second cast, second fish.
Okay. Get out of your way here, Ron. All right.
Wish we had a big old bonfire over there so we could put these things in the coals and eat them.
Nice pan size.
Yeah.
Nice little pan size stalker there.
We'll catch
So
it.
the secret weapon, the black woolly worm, eh? You're 2 for 2 with that one, Ron.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
So Ron, tell us a little bit about your store down there.
Oh, about 4 years ago, my wife and I decided we were going to see if we could open up a sporting goods store. And so we opened up a small one to start off with, and all the people just kept coming, and we just kept expanding, and now we're into archery and guns and fishing, and saltwater, fly fishing, bass fishing. If you want to go fishing in Alaska, I can take care of you.
Had a little tap I didn't get. You could take care of that for the folks?
Oh, yeah. Hunting in Alaska, fishing Baja, Alaska.
It's a great store. Great store. You could
Yeah,
go
we
with it.
sort of, they was when Peterson's closed down in Mesa, they were the old family type store with everybody that worked there that knew a lot about fishing, were sportsmen, and people come in, want to know some information, they could help you out, you know, and that's sort of
That's
the
it.
pride of our store, is it?
It's the people that doing it over
Right.
there.
They give you a lot of help, and our volume is such that we'll be able to keep the prices down. We're very competitive, I think, with everybody else in the market.
That's great. That's B&M Traders, folks, over in Mesa.
Yeah, I know my son, he comes home from school, all the teachers want to come down to our store.
Check it out, huh? See what's going on.
The hardest thing about that store is working there when everybody else is going fishing.
Well, you get your share in there, buddy. I wouldn't complain if I was you.
It's getting a little later in the afternoon. One of them big old browns is going to come out and grab a hold of this black woolly or your brown woolly here in a minute. And,
Something's going to happen big.
yeah.
Ron, I tell you what, while the wind's down a little bit, why don't you show me and the folks at home how to use that fly rod there.
Okay, John. The biggest problem most people have is they try to fly cast too far. And you want to start casting with the smallest amount of line you can work easily. And the big thing is you start at, you can imagine a clock. And as you come forward, you actually stop your power stroke at 1 o'clock. And then after the line comes over the top and is past your rod, you drop your rod down to 3 o'clock. You power it back to 11 o'clock, and after it goes back and so on like that. So you're actually throwing the line up into the air and not down at the water. And then it's just simply a matter of you don't let go of the line with your left hand until the line is past your rod and going away from you. And then you can let go and let some line out.
I see.
And when you're coming forward on the forward stroke, the same thing. After the line has come past you and is going away from you, you can let some line out. I'm fishing with a...
It sounds easy enough, but I don't know.
Well, I'm fishing one of the best rods in the world. It's a Loomis rod. And it makes anybody a good fly fisherman. It's made out of IM6 graphite, which is 25% stronger and 20% stronger than 100% graphite. It's a composite material that came out of NASA.
The space people.
Space people, yeah. And so it's just, it's really powerful. You can,
Oh, look at that. Yeah, you get that baby way out there, I tell you.
of course, I got a little head start here. I started fly fishing probably when I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Before they
that.
invented flies.
No, they had flies. I think some Greek invented the first fly back about. Ooh, there's a nice one.
All right, okay. Bring him home.
You know, I didn't start fly fishing. I didn't start tying flies until I was about 25 years old. This is one of them bluegills.
Bluegill. See, folks, those flies work on everything.
Everything, yeah. Don't you tell anybody my flies catch bluegills.
We got that one on camera, Ron. Everybody's going to see that.
But I went fly fishing. My father and I went to a lake one time fishing and was going to be there 4 days. And the first day we caught, I don't know, we must have caught 50 or 60 trout on this one fly pattern.
Nice, Johnny. Continue on, don't mind.
And we finally lost all the flies we had of that pattern the second day. And we fished the third and fourth day and never caught another fish.
Huh, it's amazing.
And so when I got back to Phoenix, I drove all over Phoenix. I didn't have a sporting goods store then. I drove all over trying to find a fly of that particular description, and I couldn't find one.
So that's what got you into doing your own.
Yeah, so I watched a guy tie 2 or 3 flies, and I said, I can do that. And started tying. The first 10,000 were really ugly. They caught a lot of fish.
That's all that counts. That's all that counts, Ron. Making that rod bend and having a good time.
One morning, my dad and I was fishing there at sunrise, real early in the morning, and there was a small fly that I tied just for sunrise, and I don't know why the fish bite it there. They don't bite it anywhere else, but we were catching real nice brookies. Most of them were 16, 18 inches away, 2, 3 pounds.
Nice fish, real nice fish.
And we lost all of our flies, so I run up the car and got a folding chair and my fly tying kit and come down there and started tying flies for my dad and a friend of ours and myself. And pretty soon this other gentleman walked over and he said to me, can I buy one of those flies from you? And I I think I sold the first one, and I got feeling bad about it, so I gave him back his $1. And
Did he catch any fish with it?
In about an hour, there was about 50 or 60 people down there. They were just catching fish as fast as they could throw out.
You should have got $2 from him.
Yeah.
That was a smoking deal.
And then this, to top it all off, was really funny. This Indian game warden, which had been watching us with binoculars, he came down there and wanted to know what I was doing. Sitting there in my chair, and everybody was catching all these fish. He thought I was something illegal or something. You know? And he saw what I was doing. He drove all the way to White River. He had a special spinner that had a fly on the back of the spinner, and he'd caught all these fish on it, but the fish had tore the fly off the spinner. So he drove all the way down to White River and got that and drove back up there so I could retie his spinner for him. And that guy's been my lifelong friend ever since.
Ever since then,
Yeah.
great. That's what's great about fishing. You meet so many great people and just good sportsmen and women, I mean, and it's just good for family, good for everybody. I just love the sport. Another little stalker,
Beautiful brown.
this is still fun stuff.
Get him back in the water so he can grow up and get a big one.
Grow up and be big, son.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the big boy here. Hey, guys.
I told you.
I don't think it's that big. Oh, he's a nice little battler.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, we're talking, we're talking bluegill here, folks. Actually, a bullgill.
Bowgill, huh?
Look at this old boy here. We're even in this department.
Right.
Sometimes they're fun to catch, though. I've been places where you could just tie into those boys, you know, those 1.5, 2 pound bluegills, and just have a great time.
Oh, yeah, they really fight hard. Yeah, I got standing up here so I can cast, Father.
You're getting serious now. You're standing up here. I'll be real still in this boat.
Another brown. I wonder where it's a little bit bigger one. I wonder where its mom's at.
We'll see if we can find her. She got to be
Yeah.
out there. Just having a good old time here up at Horseshoe Cienga. Catching these little trout, and decent size, nice size trout actually, left and right here. Or right and left. So you caught one on every cast that one time you were up here, huh?
Yeah. I think it was 83 fish and 83 casts, I think is what it was.
That's got to be some kind of record, or pretty close to it.
There was 2 or 3 times, I'd have a fish on and lose him, and then another one would take it before I got in. But it was cold. I mean, it was miserable.
Yeah,
I bet the wind was blowing 40 miles an hour.
Catching all those fish, though, I don't think you would
Warmed
mind.
you right up,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
About every 3rd or 4th cast, you had to hit your rod against something to break all the ice
Break
out
off
of the
the
guys.
ice out of the guys.
Another one of those 8, 10-inch browns here. I thought I had the old big one there for a little bit.
Ah, that's fun stuff. That's fly fishing, folks. All right.
Go back and let somebody
Go
else have
back
some
and
fun.
grill up or have fun with someone else there.
Yeah.
Sure, a lot of fish in this lake, I tell you.
Yeah, they've really been getting some big browns out of here the last 3 or 4 years. I think last year a guy caught the state record out here, didn't he? Or
That's what
I guess he had it for a while, and then that guy caught that one out of Shevlin Lake that broke it. And I was down at the boat dock a while ago, and it was a man there had 2 of them about 22 inches long each. They must have weighed 4 or 5 pounds apiece. Beautiful browns. I caught a German brown out of Black River when I was 10 or 11. It was 27 inches long, and I think
Ooh.
it weighed about 8.5 pounds.
My, that must have been a thrill.
Oh, man.
Big thrill.
It was 2 miles to camp. My mother said she heard me screaming.
I'm sure she did. Ow!
I caught it on that good old worm fly.
Forget it, we're talking bluegill again here, folks. All right. Get over here, get over here. I tell you, these bluegill love these little woolly worms here. Ooh.
It's a shame that those had to get put in here in the lake.
Yeah, what, somebody just...
Yeah, probably somebody brought them down in some live minnows or something, you know. Uh-oh. Oh. There's a good hole way out there. Maybe I'll get that old big one out there.
Looks like you got one there, Ron.
Yeah, I got another one, John. These little browns they got in here, they sure fight hard for their size. They're sure beautiful little fish.
Yeah, nice guy, nice guy.
Now this fish next year should be about 12, 14 inches, and he really will put up a fight.
Folks, we're catching lots of trout here. Ooh, right up to the boat that one came. All right. Okay. Yeah, Ron, it's been a beautiful day with these woolly worms.
Oh, that looks like a good one, John.
He's stuck in the weeds or something. Right by the, look at him right in the weeds. Look at that boy. Not bad.
He's a nice
fish.
one, John.
Not bad. We're ready to do a close on the show, and this boy jumps right on.
You rat. I wanted to catch the big one.
He was in the weeds, this boy.
Sometimes those old big ones are just laying in there waiting for something to swim by so they can eat them up.
Come on. Boy.
Yeah, him look good. That's a rainbow.
Oh, he's a nice one. Nice guy, folks. Nice little rainbow here. Well, we've been having a great day here.
Yeah, we really have.
At Horseshoe Cienga. Let me get this hook out of this guy. Folks, I'd like to thank Ron Massey for being with us.
You bet.
From B&M Traders over in Mesa. Learned a lot about fly fishing. I learned to work with the flies with a, what do you call that, Ron?
Bubble.
A bubble. Just simply great. So if you folks want to learn about fly fishing, anything about fishing, hunting, go see Ron. Ron Massey, B&M Traders. We'll see you next time, folks. Good old boys. Thanks much. Howdy folks, we're here at the Gum Stump with Ron Massey, and he's going to tell us some of the weapons he uses in his arsenal of fly fishing.
Well, John, we're here at Horseshoe Cienga today, try to catch some of these big browns they have in here. And one of the better flies for large fish, trout especially, is woolly worms. This is the old standby. It's a brown body with a brown hackle. And then you have a different color spectrum, which is a black on black. And then we have one of my old standbys, my own little trick fly. We call this a That tinsel warden's word. Sometimes it works really well.
I've used them. They work real well.
If that doesn't work, we got a whole box full here we can get
Got
after
a whole
with.
load of them, huh? How about this rod and reel you have? That's quite a setup.
Oh,
That's a beauty.
Yeah, this is my pride and joy. This is a Loomis IM6 rod. It's definitely one of the better fly rods made in the world.
I think that duck out there likes it. I hear him out there talking about it. That is a beauty.
You can make 70, 80, 90 foot casts out of it real easily, you know.
Dynamite, dynamite, folks. The Gump Stump, Ron Massey. Go see him, B&M Traders, excuse me, over in Mesa. Thanks, Ron.
You bet.
How to use that fly rod there?
Okay, John. The biggest problem most people have is they try to fly cast too far. And you want to start casting with the smallest amount of line you can work easily. And the big thing is you start at, you can imagine a clock. And as you come forward, you actually stop your power stroke at 1 o'clock. And then after the line comes over the top and is past your rod, you drop your rod down to 3 o'clock. You power it back to 11 o'clock, and after it goes back and so on like that. So you're actually throwing the line up into the air and not down at the water. And then it's just simply a matter of you don't let go of the line with your left hand until the line is past your rod and going away from you. Then you can let go and let some line out.
I see.
And when you're coming forward on the forward stroke, the same thing. After the line has come past you and is going away from you, you can let some line out. I'm fishing with a...
It sounds easy enough, but I don't know.